Choosing to use the spot or contract market can be one of the biggest decisions for a logistics manager. Understanding their differences and when it's best to use them will help your business succeed. So let's dive into each of these markets so you can better determine the best strategy for your business. Spot rates are short-term transactional quotes for moving freight. These are the price a transportation provider offers a shipper for a one-time quote to move their product from origin to destination. They reflect the real-time balance of supply and demand in logistics and in the truckload market. Many carriers, shippers, and third-party logistics companies turn to the spot market for competitive rates. No matter how big or small, every shipper will move some of their freight on the spot market at some point. The spot market is great for when you might have a one-off shipment outside your normal lanes. It's also good for shippers who don't have enough regular volume for contracts, or for those who need more capacity than they originally contracted out. A contracted rate is a price quoted by a transportation provider to a shipper for a set lane and its freight characteristics over a certain period of time. Contract rates can also be known as primary rates, bid rates, committed, or dedicated rates. In short, they are a long-term, stable pricing agreement between the shippers and transportation providers. The contract market is highly dependent on the spot market. Typically, 3 to 6 months of spot market activity leading up to a request for proposal, or RFP, will influence contract rates. Contract agreements are great for both shippers and transportation providers, as the shipper gains committed capacity while the transportation provider gains fixed rates and dedicated freight volume. It's a win-win for everyone. Contracted agreements, or RFPs, can be set monthly, quarterly, biannually, or annually. However, since the contract market and its rates are based on the fluctuating spot market, it is rare to see a contracted agreement set for more than 1 year. Contract agreements are set during the bidding process, aka the RFP. The shipper will take the RFP and send it to the network of transportation providers, and those providers will reply with their quotes. At the end of the bid process, the shipper will award lanes to specific providers based on their rate, service, capacity, and any other considerations. Usually, no shipper runs all of their freight through contract market alone, as there are positives to each market, and it can be hard to predict all volume. Most shippers work to have a strategic blend of both spot and contract rates. What works best for your business will depend on the current state of the freight market, your freight, and your provider relationships. Some questions to ask yourself when determining what market will work best for you include: are my freight lanes affected by peak capacity demands during the year? If you answered yes, then the contract market, especially during those times of tight capacity, may be the best for you. Am I willing to take on the risk of price fluctuations? If you answered yes, you might want to look at the spot market first. Does the contract price include a capacity guarantee throughout the year without a general rate increase? If you answered yes, the contract market may be best for you. If you have determined that your volume is sporadic and not consistent, the spot market may be the best for you, but it doesn't mean that you can't work with carriers contractually. You can still build an approved carrier list with strong relationships, even if you have to use the spot market on every shipment. And if you decide contracted freight is the best for your company, keep an eye on the spot market rates and position your RFP bidding based on the freight cycle when possible. By moving your RFPs to when the market is at its lowest levels, you'll gain your best rates. No matter your balance, the freight market is always changing, and so should your strategy. Keep a pulse on the market and your business needs so that you can always find what's best for your company. One way you can keep an eye on the market is by subscribing to our channel so you can be notified when our next monthly freight market update goes live. And if you found this video helpful, go on and hit the like button below.